Okay guys, I'm here today with Samuel Braga, huge honor for me. Guys, he's a 3 times black belt Jiu-Jitsu World Champion, and he has a very interesting fact that he was the first person to ever use Berimbolo in competition. So you can even go back and watch, like in 2005, he did the finals of one black belt World Championship on IBJJF, and he used the Berimbolo. And then after that, people used Berimbolo in different ways too, and then the men's brothers made this become even bigger and bigger. But Samuel was actually the first one that you can ever find one video about someone using Berimbolo in a competition. So Samuel, can you teach us how do you do the Berimbolo?
Yes, definitely. So the Berimbolo you're gonna do here is gonna do like go straight to the Berimbolo for double guard pull, because that's one of the main characteristics of the Berimbolo. Because the double guard pull here, the first thing I want to do like this is always a battle here, right? And the most position here is just getting my hooking inside. So if I get here, I like to push with this leg here, create a little bit of space, and I get my hooking inside, as you can see. So as you can see, I'm going to control his ankle. So get the ankle control. I'm going to bring close to my butt. So what I want to do here is apply pressure. I want to create a pressure here. On his knee here, it's gonna put a lot of pressure. So now if you try to bring his knee, open his knee, it's just the natural defense.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
So now I'm gonna wrap myself on his leg. So I'm gonna put all my weight and pressure on his knee so he cannot open his knee. Now I wanna do here, this is the key point. I'm gonna bring my knee on top. Because now what I do now is pinching my knees together. And now if you try to open his knee, he can't. So I'll grab the belt first, because I'm doing a double guard pull, so I want to be fast and efficient. So I'm going to go here now, I'm going to wrap. I'm going to pull myself in. So what I like to do is always get myself in, as you can see, so I trap his hip. And we kind of sit on his calf. Because this way, if you try to open his knee now, it's harder.
I'm completely stuck here.
And see how I hook his hip? Now I'm going to switch to this grip here. You can see nearby the butt. And now I'm going to put his back on the mat. So what I do now, I put my foot like close to his armpit, so you cannot put him in a 50-50 or anything like this. I'm going to switch sides. I'm going to squeeze my knees together. See how I have the hip control? Now it all depends on the reaction. I usually like to bring this hand to this hip, this pen grip, and hook. So when I pinch my knees together here, what I want is a strong control of his hip. Now I'm going to hook, squeeze my knees together, and I get Bernardo's back off the mat. See how I squeeze my knees here if Bernardo tries to move?
Yeah, I'm completely stuck. Like, there's not one little inch of space.
You know, I keep my elbows in, squeeze my knees. Now I'm going to switch my hooks. My both feet are on the inside, go to the outside, and I hook. Now I'm going to punch this leg down and reach over the collar nearby the shoulder. I'm going to pull his back towards me. And keep it nice and tight.
Man, that's the tightest Berimbolo that I have ever seen. Like, everything is so tight. So one more time.
So what I like to do here is create space. So you're gonna double guard pull. I'm gonna push really quick, and I'll hook his leg. Now the main thing here, I'm gonna trap his foot on this side, because that's gonna create a lot of pressure.
Got it.
So when I like to wrap myself really tight to his leg, so there's no gap. See that? So now what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna put my foot here. So basically, I'm almost like sitting on top of his leg. Now I'm going to group myself in close to his hip, and I want to like to push his back on the mat. So I hook and kick. So this way, trap his upper body as well. Now I'm going to squeeze my knees. See that? And I like to make this grip here just in case. If you try to hip escape,
I'm stuck.
He's stuck because I hook his leg. See that? Now I'm going to switch. Shoulder to shoulder. Squeeze my knees together. You can see Bernardo is way bigger than I am, but I'm able to lift his hips off the mat. And that's the detail that I like, because here, for him to reverse his position and try to escape, right, Bernardo, it's super hard, right?
Man, I'm completely stuck.
Right? So now I'm gonna switch my hooks. I like to lift if you're flexible. See that? You just lift his leg so you can hook. It doesn't matter if you're flexible or not. So now I'm gonna kick, punch. You can reach for this shoulder or this collar, whichever more is easy for you. Now pull him nice and tight to me, squeeze my knees together, and I get my grips.
Man, that's amazing. So Samuel, So the whole Berimbolo thing started because the double pull.
Yes. So I started like doing in 2005. I have a match. That's actually my first competition in black belt was 2005. And if you probably remember, that was like the CBJJO.
JJO, I got it.
You remember that? When it's like Luizinho used to do that tournament?
Yeah.
So that was my first tournament.
Yep.
And majority of people my weight, like Nova União at the time,
yep.
My weight is like really fight for the pull guard.
The light feather, right?
Yeah, at the time it was a rooster weight.
Got it.
So I pull guard, and you can see it was Gabriel Moraes, and we double pull guard, and I was like, there's no way for me to go on top. His guard is too good. So I started walking on the Berimbolo at that point. And then when the person come on top, I'll be already on their back, you know?
I got it. No, that's amazing. That's amazing. So you didn't even, because you also used to play a lot of De La Riva, right?
Yes.
So that was kind of like a way to use the De La Riva from the double pull?
Yeah, so the essential is the same, right? But so what happened before, how everything started, is because when I get to my Berimbolo, or get the De La Riva, majority of the times, the guy will sit down.
Got it.
Right, so I'll get to De La Riva here. I'll demonstrate real quick.
Yep.
So I'll get to the De La Riva, and I used to do this sweep a lot here to lean forward and grab this. So the guy start like squat down, sit down, my training partners.
Like this?
And then I'll try to bring him to the side and roll over, right?
But
they'll spread out. See how he spreads out?
Yeah.
So I cannot reach for the arm to sweep backwards. Yeah. So I'll be stuck in this position a lot. So I try to reach for this hand here, and I could not reach because it's so far out. So I grab the belt.
Man, that's amazing.
And get it close.
Yeah.
So as I get stuck here, try to reach for your arm because you keep running away. Yeah. I run into the position that I'll just kick forward and take the back.
Oh man, I didn't know about it. Like, of course I could understand that the Berimbolo came from the De La Riva somehow, but that makes a lot of sense. So for example, instead of the top player stay standing, they would stay like this.
Yes, and then as soon as they feel threatened by this sweep, they would like, when I start pulling here, he'll sit back all his way back. So and sometimes even long step me, right? Yeah. To prevent my De La Riva.
Yeah, like this.
So I'll get in this position, and I'll try to reach because I used to do.
And they would hide it.
They'll hide this arm for you can also sweep him backwards. So I get the belt.
Man,
so I start pulling myself in to try to reach for his arm.
Yeah.
So I was so flexible, I started getting bored to reach for this arm, and I couldn't. Yeah. So I keep it here, get stuck here all the time. Yeah. So I start kicking forward. As I kick the person forward, you expose their back, and that's how it started.
Man, that's amazing. No, that's amazing. Yeah, so guys, Samuel just shot an entire instructional for us with BJJ Fanatics, all about his guard game, so De La Riva, Berimbolo, and everything related, and it came out like really, really good, and it's gonna be at bjjfanatics.com soon, so make sure to check that out, and maybe by the time you're watching, it's already there. Thanks so much, Samuel.
Thank you so much, it's my pleasure.
Thank you. Please help me out to grow my YouTube channel. Just click subscribe. And to watch more videos, just click under see more videos. I hope you enjoyed.
BJJFanatics.com. Use the promo code YouTube Faria to get 10% off any instructional video. Improve your jiu-jitsu faster.